Hello everybody and welcome to another channel update video. This was actually, I was going to originally save this for a mailbox video, but don't really have time to record one right now, unfortunately, because those take a while. However, bit of a channel update video to talk to you guys about what I've been doing, what's going on, that sort of thing, why I haven't been putting any videos up lately. Well, first things first, recently, last weekend in fact, I went to Duxford for the Flying Legends Air Show, and I filmed a bunch of it. So you're seeing that in the background right now. The Flying Legends Air Show is on every year at Duxford here in the UK, and it consists of a crap ton of World War II era, and slightly after World War II, and slightly before World War II era aircraft, sort of up and flying around and doing an air show and all sorts of things like that. It's really, really cool. I apologise for some of the footage in the background. It's a little bit shaky and a bit dodgy. The reason for that is I don't really own a proper camcorder, so I was using my phone to record most of this. And while my phone does actually have fairly good quality recording in terms of sound and visuals and stuff, first thing, I had it zoomed in all the way just so you could get a decent view of the aircraft flying around. And also, it was so dazzlingly bright out on that day. It was so freaking sunny that I couldn't actually see the screen, so I couldn't see exactly what I was filming, so half the time I had to just sort of vaguely approximate what I was filming and hope that I managed to get the plane in the picture, and sometimes that didn't quite work out. I've edited out most of the rubbish stuff, but yeah. So I apologise in advance for that, but still, I thought you guys might want to see some of this. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. War Thunder fans in particular will probably, and IL-2 fans in particular, will probably enjoy watching this, just sitting there identifying half the aircraft. Those astute among you will have noticed that, well, that's a Hellcat right there. Yeah, I had a bunch of those. I had a Hellcat, a Wildcat, I believe, yeah, there it is, and a Corsair. More Spitfires than you can shake a stick at, which was great. A couple of Spanish-made Bf-109 Messerschmitts, and bunch of other stuff, including a Lancaster, a B-17, a bunch of Mustangs. Fantastic stuff. I used to go to these air shows actually quite a lot years ago, but I haven't been in ages and decided to go this year, and did not regret it. It's one of the best ones they've had on in ages, just because of the sheer variety of planes they had on display. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this background footage. But anyway, so why haven't I been doing any videos really much lately? Well, I finally just got back to Northamptonshire for the summer, all the way up till probably September, October, and that's when I'll be going back to university again. The problem is, though, now I'm actually finally back and I'm able to set things up. I'm able to get my old save games back off my old computer, all that sort of thing, so I can carry on recording my other Let's Plays like Dragon Age and whatnot. I need to still get Fallout 3 reinstalled with all the correct mods and stuff. Same goes for Oblivion. But soon enough we'll be back on track and recording again, as per usual. Only problem is, at the minute, I'm still not quite out of the clutches of university at the minute. I'm currently supposed to be doing a referral task, and I've just decided to come home and work from home while I do it, basically. And I'm going to be doing that most of this week. And I think I'll be driving down there on Friday to submit the work. But once that's done, I will finally be free for the summer. I will actually be able to get on, make some videos, and provide you guys with some stuff to watch over the summer. So looking forward to that. But yeah, unfortunately, just real life getting in the way again, as it is wont to do. So yeah, I'm going to be busy doing that this week, really. I may have another couple of episodes of IL-2 Sturmovik up this week, mainly because they're quite easy to record, and if I get round to it, I will be putting up some of the Kaiserreich footage from the live stream we did, the 24-hour one, and adding that to the Kaiserreich playlist, because for those who didn't make it to the 24-hour stream, I did play some more of the Kaiserreich campaign live on the stream, and I will be putting that up and adding it to the playlist. as a continuation of the Let's Play. So there'll be a bit of that as well, because all I have to do with that is edit it. I don't actually have to record it, because that's already been done. It's on Twitch. Well, hopefully it's still on Twitch. I haven't checked. But anyway, yeah, so that's all I probably will get around to this week. IL2's easy because it's already installed on this computer, and one episode is one mission. And that's just super freaking easy to do. All I do is switch on the camera and get going for a mission, and yeah, it equates to maybe a 20-30 minute video, and that's totally fine. Whereas recording something like Skyrim or even Dragon Age actually takes a lot more effort and a lot more time. So, as for those of you constantly asking when Skyrim is going to be coming, I still don't really know. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm pretty burned out on Skyrim still. The reason, as I've said before, I do Skyrim in this chapter by chapter format, so that I can take a break in between the chapters for as long as I need to, so that I can come back to it refreshed and enthusiastic, play the game again. And at the minute, I'm a little burned out on it. I really am. I've been doing Skyrim for what seemed like ages now. I don't know exactly when I started it. Gosh, I don't know. It might be coming close to a year now. I've been doing the Skyrim Let's Play, and at the minute, I'm still just enjoying my break from it because, and getting the opportunity to do some other stuff like Dragon Age and IL2 because, I just. For you guys, I understand that you want Skyrim and you want it now and you want to watch more because you're really enjoying it and stuff like that, but you have to imagine, for me, it's the same for a lot of Let's Players actually. You suffer from this problem, like, I'm one of those people who doesn't play a game very often, but just if I'm playing a game by myself, I won't play it solidly for a very long time. I'll typically play a particular game I'm into at the time for a maximum probably of 2 or 3 weeks, before I get bored of it and move on to something else. And I imagine that's the case for most people, to be honest, most PC gamers anyway, who have a fair amount of games, because thanks to the glory that is Steam sales, you generally don't tend to play games for that long. You'll play it for maybe a couple of weeks, maybe try and play it through to completion, something like that, and then you'll move on to something else if you get bored or whatever. It's the reason why half the Steam games I own I haven't finished, because I just get bored halfway through and move on to something else. So, however, when I'm doing a Let's Play of something, I have to play it for years, basically non-stop, with maybe a few breaks in between. And that's something that can be a real chore to do sometimes. I mean, I enjoy making the videos and everything, but playing the same game for over a year really, really sucks your enthusiasm for that game out after a while. And that's why I'm kind of taking so long with this. It's just because I need a break from it. I need to get my kind of mojo back, really, as far as Skyrim is concerned. Get myself, enthusiastic about it again, so that I can come back to it refreshed and ready to make some good videos. Because if I come back to it and I just really can't be asked to play it, then the videos that are made, they're just rubbish. They're not very good. There are a few videos, I think, back in chapter... I can't remember which one we're on now. I think it was chapter 3. I think it was around the first time we kind of ran into the whole Rift and Guard crossbow death thing, and I was really starting to hate playing the game at that point. Every time I had to sit down and record an episode of it, I was just like, for God's sake, I don't want to do this. But I was stuck halfway through a chapter and wasn't able to take a break, really. So I just had to do it anyway, and a few people did comment, saying that we can tell you're not enjoying this, and it's showing in the video. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, basically. If I'm not into the game while I'm trying to record the video for it, then there's no point in me trying to record the video, because it'll just be a crap video. So hopefully you guys will understand, having explained it that way. That's just the reason that's taken a while. But it will be back soon. It won't be gone for much longer. I will start recording it again before the summer's over, I should imagine. I'm just enjoying the break from it at the minute, basically. Getting a chance to do other stuff. Like IL2, for example, that's something I've wanted to do for ages. It's not a bloody Elder Scrolls game. In fact, it's not even an RPG at all, but it's part of a genre of games, i.e. flight simulators, or just military simulators in general, that I really, really enjoy. I've been playing those types of games longer than I have RPGs, let me tell you, seriously. The first RPG I probably actually played, let's see, it was a game called, I think it was called, someone could probably look this up, I think it was called Dungeons & Dragons Heroes, and we didn't actually even have the full game, it was just a demo that came on a disc from a magazine for the old original Xbox that I had at the time. And that's the first time I actually played what you might consider an RPG. Prior to that point, everything I had played had been sort of, Amiga era sort of platformers and stuff like that, as well as, flight sims and that sort of thing. Combat Flight Simulator and Combat Flight Simulator 2 were two of the first games I think I ever owned on PC. And I played the crap out of both of them. Because they were actually, at the time they were really, really good. Nowadays they look horribly dated. But at the time they were absolutely fantastic. And that's what got me into PC gaming properly, really, was those types of games. And that's most of what I played, really. So, as much as I enjoy RPGs, playing IL-2 Sturmovik on the channel is great for me because it's going back to my roots as a PC gamer, if you like. Going back to all those sort of military simulator type games, which I will admit will probably bore the pants off a lot of people because it's not everyone's cup of tea, it just isn't. But I like playing historical games like that, I just do. As many of you know, I'm a big lover of history, and I have to admit there's something nice about going to a historical-based game after reading 100 pages of comments every other day in my email inbox about people arguing to the death over some aspect of Elder Scrolls lore, because as we all know, Elder Scrolls lore is serious business, people. And I bet you anything, half these people who get really, really, really seriously deep into these arguments about this sort of fantasy crap probably couldn't tell you nearly as much about real-world history. And to me, that's actually kind of a sad thing, actually. That sort of makes me a little bit depressed in a way. So when I play something like IL-2, which is heavily based on real life history, it's a nice sort of change of pace, if you know what I mean. That's it for me anyway. That's the channel update. I'll leave you with this little flyover here, and I'll see you guys this weekend when I start recording again. So anyway, bye.